Well, folks, we finally have made it. Here we are to Unit 5. First off, congratulations for making it to the last unit. Second, my sincere thanks for your work up until this point. And we'll cover a little bit more, obviously, at the end of this video. But I appreciate it. This will be our final video. Tonight will be our final chat. So I encourage you to continue, stay the course that you've been staying, work, get caught up if you're a little behind, because we're truly are on the downhill slide now. We're wrapping it up. So the focus for this Unit 5 is to really reflect, first off, on the course itself. What are the topics we've learned and discussed? And part of your discussion board will be, what were some of the relevant or most compelling topics that I've learned throughout this course in these past 5 weeks? Which one stuck to you? Pick at least 3 to say, these were important to me and here's why. You'll also develop your key assignment, which is your Unit 5 individual project, and I'll cover that in the elements there in a few seconds here. But beginning with the Unit 5 discussion board, as I mentioned a few moments ago, please identify at least 3 of the most compelling topics, subjects, theories, models, whatever we discussed in the course that you can use today, have used, will use, and so on. In other words, they're the most compelling and relevant information that you need in your profession and your daily lives. Next, we've had discussion boards each week. Tell us a little bit about how did those discussions support your learning. That includes not only your research for discussions, but also for the work that's been going on with your peers as you did your peer posts and so on as you complete those. Finally, the last bit of that Unit 5 discussion board is we're asking for your thoughts based on now your objective view on what we covered. What are some suggestions you may have for different approaches to cover the material? We, and especially I, welcome all kinds of recommendations. So you know what? I didn't like this, or I did like this, and instead of this, maybe you ought to do that. So we welcome that. Provide the material you need to, and be descriptive as to what you think we ought to go look at in continuously improving the course. So that's your discussion board. Now for your Unit 5 individual project, which is also known as your key course assignment. The final deliverable overall is a change management framework for the newly merged company, right? This is your last pitch that you're going to present as the strategic consultant to the CEOs, Teresa and Mike, of the newly merged company between UWare and Pale Denim. So you need to make sure you do all that, you cover all that, and you think about what we discussed over the past few weeks. You need to discuss different change models, and I will review several models in the Chat 5 discussion. So please, as always, I say, attend the live chat if you can, if your schedule permits. At a minimum, look at the recorded archives, because I will always give you the information you need to point you in the right direction so you can complete your learning for the week, and as well as obviously do well in the assignments. Then you'll also need to discuss, after you discuss the different change models, discuss managing people through the change. What's it going to take to get people through that change? We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll also talk about resistance to change, and that is prevalent in many change functions and events, because some people I for one look forward to change because it's something new. I get to do something new. Others are very much satisfied with status quo. Let me do my job. Let me do my job well. Please don't tell me to change. I'll be happy if I'm doing this for 20 years. Obviously, we know the world doesn't sit still, so that's why we have to talk about change, and that's why we talk about these change models. Also, don't forget to include, it's not only about the employees changing, even though everyone, including leadership, is an employee. What do we need to address for the leadership behaviors to change in the new environment, the new culture, right? Change is going to impact them as well, because they're employees. They may be set in their ways too. So what suggestions do you have for that? The important thing to do here is remember what I said. You are developing a change management network. This is your final product that you'll be handing off to the CEOs. And it ought not be just about change. Bring in the topics from the previous units as suggestions, conclusions. Say, you know what? Remember, we talked about the rational choice model. We talked about ethical theories, decision-making models, leadership behaviors and styles. Wrap that all up. That doesn't mean, please, don't just cut and paste from previous assignments. Paraphrase some of that. Synthesize the material, bring it together into your final product. Okay, so again, that'll wrap it up for this course. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I enjoy this course each and every time. I want to thank you for your participation throughout the course, and more importantly, really truly wish you the best of luck in your continued studies. You're almost there. You can do it. I promise you, we are just about there. Get your work done on time, enjoy your semester break, and then head on to your next course. So thank you all for your participation throughout this course. Best of luck to you, and have a great week.